Hello, there were all kinds of connections with the Wethersfield police shooting, the location across the street from Hartford, from Wethersfield Pizza. Maria Fazzina, a woman named Maria Fazzina, her husband, John Mayano, a whole bunch of people tied to her, like a Mark Violette, his brother, recorded, confessed, and demonstrated a whole bunch of federal crimes with her on off, and it's connected to, I don't know how it's connected to, but it's connected a bunch of ways on off Trinity College, on off CCSU with the same people involved with federal crimes with them. But they also recorded, they use like, oh, these people don't cooperate with the police or don't. They lie about that. They're lying about what's actually recorded. They're forging and switching names tied to this. Whole bunch of people with Central Connecticut State University recorded, confessed, and demonstrated federal crimes with that corner. And with you go a little bit down there, there's the state judicial branch office, on and off the state judicial branch offices, a Fazzina family, whole bunch of people involved with them, overt criminal enterprises, crimes on and off the body dumping spot of Billy Grasso, whole bunch of fake news crime acts with them. Fake news refuses to fix their fake stories. WFSB involved now with federal crimes with investigations of murders and of shootings. There also were crimes with where a kid shot another kid with a gun. There are also crimes with a whole bunch of people tied to a Yagman family, a whole bunch of people tied to the corner of Samuel Dix with that, next to schools connected. And he's involved with bad things. I forgot how that was connected, but no word what I was talking about. But these people, Wethersfield Pizza with the pizza, with that location of that shooting. Other corners on Maple Street, like a Mike Kerr, a Jerry Kerr, his father, Jerry Kerr also, and their mother are recorded, confessed, and demonstrate all kinds of crimes with even insurance police in collusion with them with other different natures of foreign police. And these are also sexual circles involved with verbal federal crimes, evidential crimes that are Washington, D.C. Trade Center collects tied. Military involved with crimes. One reportedly dishonorably discharged, two were tied to the Mike Kerr. Real or made up. That guy's degenerate fake. They have they have kids. They have the Wethersfield. They have the Millwoods Park recorded, confessed, and demonstrated federal criminal uses of the media that played softball together. They use that to facilitate them with offensive evidence reception crimes. These are worse than extortion acts roles with people associated with Wethersfield Pizza. She also had like people involved with like Los Solitos and the police forms in Hartford associated with the Wethersfield Pizza. Her brothers, I don't know their names. Her father and mother are involved with it, even with the her mother's involved with like religious crazy people, like and stuff like that, reportedly and demonstrate demonstrably. These are people, and then her neighbors, like a Brian Bonin and a whole bunch of people with the corner near Battison's or whatever the name of the Paul Zano's dry cleaning place is when you go on Maple Street into Rocky Hill there. He also has a corner on another corner of Maple Street was where he grew. See, those are people involved with federal crimes since I was a kid. A whole bunch of people confessed and demonstrated that a Leahy family is involved with them criminally too, and with New Britain Superior Court. Whole bunch of names of this New Britain Superior Court. Whole bunch of federal crime acts with evidences. They won't let me get a response since I was a kid. They won't put anything in writing. These are whole. In other words, this is worse than extortion, and we need a response right now. They're using the reacts of people emotionally. They don't have integrity for these investigations. There were also a Mendez police, two Mendez brothers involved, attaching me to fake locations, fake conversations with them, fake recorded things by police equipment through time. I just remind. They also recorded, confessed that, it's worse. They have a whole bunch of things. You need to put something in writing. WFSB, Fox Connecticut News, WTNH. You guys are reporting this stuff, but you guys are being invested further and further, needing to hide live aggressions because you put fake sides of stories with WFSB. Attach me to fake sides of stories. They also told lies in those stories that are federal crimes with federal criminals in cases, and with the co-defendants, a former director of the FBI and other overt criminal enterprises with the area involved with them with federal crimes. The police chief's daughter and his son-in-law is associated with Mazzucato Bakery. There's a modern pastry there too. Also recorded, confessed, and demonstrated involved with a whole bunch of people with and as Fred Grisey, and associated with corners on Griswold Street. Crimes with the people with the crimes with the clicks with the corners of Maple Street. Note that one's on the corner of Maple and Silas Dean Highway, and its location, its relationship to the Wethersfield Pizza, and its relationship, proximity to the state judicial branch offices, which is a whole bunch of ways, whole bunch of natures of federal crimes with them. They use the courts to prevent people from speaking, and by pretending they have integrity, and just because someone's arrested, that they're wrong. They know consciously, they recorded, confessed, and demonstrated they switch officers, switch arresting officers, put falsified police reports into databases. They know that is worthless information. So we have Eric Mendez, Janito Mendez, a whole bunch of people, intercities associated with this, Maria Fazzina, Steven Stocco, involved federal crimes. A whole bunch of people involved with federal crimes with them, with houses in my area, with all those names that are tied to the same house in my area that came when I was in 4th grade. Recorded, confessed, and demonstrated crimes. That house with a past police chief and with a new one, and with other police forms, intercities. His sister's reportedly married to a Newtown police officer, which is also involved with a whole bunch of Mayano family federal crimes. Also associated with this, these are, see, the Maria Fazzina, the Wethersfield Pizza, she had a house off Two Rod Highway. I don't know who lives there. I guess that her brothers or father lived there still. I don't know if they even live there still. There's a house next to off of Two Rod Highway. A whole bunch of houses off Two Rod Highway are recorded, confessed, and demonstrated involved federal crimes with a Sean Dillon and a Kevin Dillon, and with Fianza brothers and their and cousins and their family members, associated crimes with a body dumping spot of Billy Grasso. And they have other, Latin criminal enterprises and things like this associated with these police forms that are federal crimes with them verbally and with databases. They're preventing people from free speech. They also sustain these crime rolls behind people's backs, attaching them to fake information and stuff. So then when people with real integrity need to speak, make opinions about things, they don't let them speak. We have no free speech. We have our identity theft racket rolls. You know how much money they owe Wethersfield? Not just me, but a lot of people. They have election crime rolls with Russians associated with this Leahy family. They attach me, forging names, switching names. You won't get me a response because they're faking what the rules say. They're using them like they're leaving out exceptions. They're leaving out how they forge names, switch names. They're preventing writing for an extortion, for a torture method since I was a kid. They're forging names, switching names, even with judges involved crimes with child sex offenders. These are also people with the police forms further on off the schools with child sex offenders tied to the principal sex offenders campus, as the ones associated with these narratives in the news, with the police shootings, with the kid that shot the other kid. There are houses next to that involved with this criminally, and that's down that street and take a right. Not far from there, from near the state judicial branch offices. Also, they also have a black person from my school, 2 of them involved with federal crimes with KKK, Confederate flag themed crimes with them. See, these are fake. These are with judges, black and white judges, crimes with KKK, Confederate themed sex offenders. These are people who are hiding live progressions from benches. From when they're writing police reports and stuff about what happened in collusion with the people. There's a I forgot Christine Bedard. I don't know her new name. She's got her husband recorded and their family members recorded and confessed and demonstrated involved with database crimes when I was a kid with John Maiano. Drug crime rolls with him. And then now these are people with prosecutors, retired and standing, long-standing and more recent, involved with him, federal crimes, and with judges with federal crimes, prosecutors, federal crimes with them, with New Britain Superior Court, with drug clicks associated with this John Maiano, this Maria Fazzina. Again, intercities, timed federal crime acts, rolls, illusions, identity thefts. Note she also, a Spada family, one of the Spada sisters. Now they're associated with people that also recorded, confessed, and demonstrated have crimes with the FBI. And the FBI is criminally involved on off New Haven locations, on off Yale College. See, that's tied to the shooting where they have the shooting and then they try to decide these things, but they're leaving out the important information. They're leaving out the pattern of crimes where they're lying about what I say every time I speak online. They're lying about their recorded federal crimes with elections, uses of Facebook for crimes with Russians. Now, there are also Russians associated with the corner of Maple Street and Griswold Street too, recorded, confessed, and demonstrated involved with them criminally, and with fire departments. See, it's all right to speak and help the feel good about yourselves, but we have complete degenerates that are involved with identity thefts with fire departments. Everyone's speaking through other criminally. These are evidence rackets on off the campuses of each age connected through time. Whole bunch of people with names. So we need the news. We need the news to have a response. We need to fix their fake news crime acts and federal evidences crimes, sequence shift crimes, federal rules crimes associated with this case, with a whole bunch of them already with elections. We have retired and standing mayors recorded and confessed involved with the child offender problems. A former Mayor Gold. These are people with Washington, D.C. Trade Center attack, all kinds of degenerate roles with people that they have. These people have titles. They're not degenerates. They can't speak in writing now. They're hurting little kids with these games through them, and they're pretending not. So put something into writing now. Because they also have a Salvatore. They mentioned in the news. I don't know them down the street, by the way, but they were also demonstrated involved with this with fire departments and police departments as victims. Don't make victim predators. Now they have people shooting kids. We have a problem. You have a problem, and you're going to get your problem off me. You're going to put something in writing now. Connecticut, Interbranch, Wethersfield Police, put something in writing. They put these, they say, we put something in writing. The Janito Mendez attached me a fake conversation with him. I never had one conversation with him in my life. He put fake recorded things. He's involved with this corner criminally. His brother, crimes. You get their gun, you get their badge. No! Give me a response. They also speak through others for criminally. Like ask someone that knows you a question so they can pretend to discredit you what you say by making they don't even know what you're talking about. We have so many crime methods and natures recorded with Wethersfield through time tied to these two Mendez police. A whole bunch of people tied to them criminally. Let's go.